I got maybe 7 minutes of good material, and then everything after that is just fucking. Well, good material is even a stretch, but stuff I'm confident in.
Yeah, well, it's like, how much are you married to yet? Because I remember I was talking with. Oh God, I was talking with.
Wait, have we started?
Well,
yeah,
it's a rolling
It's
start.
a rolling.
Oh, okay.
We'll cut
Hell
it
yeah.
wherever.
We'll be fine. It's I was talking to some people. It's like when you first start, dude, everything is new. And I remember when I used to think like, yo, this is the stuff that fucking kills. I'm trying to do. I remember I told this story multiple times. I told Mike Frank, I'm like, yeah, I try and do something new every Wednesday. And he's like, well, isn't everything you're doing new? I'm like, oh fuck.
Got a
I guess
point.
technically that's true. And like stuff that kills. Like, you're going to want to replace that because in a year from now, you're going to be like, oh, that joke's stupid. I'm not going to want to do that.
Yeah, how many times did you hear damn Bob's Burgers before?
Yeah, and that stuff that's not even a joke. Now you know that's not even like you've dropped stuff, but it's mainly because of other people's criticism, which sucks. Because you should know that by now.
No. But dropping Bob's Burgers was all on my own.
That was a bit you did?
It was not influenced by anybody else.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Who am I, Bob?
Well, that's the thing.
Gene?
I've never had
Fucking
more
burger.
than 5 minutes because I've had like a couple guest sets max,
Mm-hmm.
and then like a showcase, also 5 minutes. So like the stuff that I cut from my 5 minute set that I was like, this isn't good enough.
Yeah.
I now have to bring back
Right.
to hit 15 minutes.
Right.
Damn. Yeah. No, I remember struggling for when people are like, when you do get the first like 10-minute spot after doing 5-minute open mics for a long time, you're like, oh man. I mean, like I haven't done it in a year. I know it's not ready, but I'm gonna have to bring it back. And and it's where am I gonna put it in the set that I've been working on for whatever.
Oh, even at the spot in Lexington on Monday, they told us that we had 8 minutes, and I was like, I have 4 minutes to off some material. The rest of these 4 minutes are going to be a struggle, dude. Just because every time I write something new, I look back at what I have been saying, and I went, this is nothing. Like, this is, and I think that's, at least in the first couple of years of doing comedy, is a real healthy thing to do. To you get excited about some bits for a good while, and then when you write a better bit, you go, these bits suck.
Yeah, the last one, I'm like, I was like, oh, this was great, and then I did it, and like it did well, and then I'll write something better, and I'm like, oh, well, that one can go.
Yeah.
You're out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fucking out of here.
Yeah, that makes sense. You said you were graduating this year. This is your last
next
year?
Friday.
Introduce it. Give it up for Will Watson. He's graduating college.
Yeah, dude.
This is his last Saturday in college ever.
Yeah, literally Friday I graduate. Next Friday.
And graduating with master's in social work, you said?
Gender studies minor in social work, for
Watch,
sure.
We're going to drop this episode, and it's going to be like, yeah, Will, you can't graduate.
No, dude.
Not from this college.
Yeah. No, bachelor's in finance, minor certificate in IT.
Gotcha.
Big finance guys, me and you.
Yeah,
we're working in money. He's this guy.
Dirty blue collar over there.
Dude, we're-
Get them blue collars
Yeah,
out of here.
dude.
Get those collars of color out of here, dude.
I don't care if you make more than
How
us.
about you
dude.
guys have your Jew meeting somewhere? Whoa, okay.
Yeah,
welcome
dude.
Good luck.
back.
We got the little.
Good luck getting your next auto loan. It's going to be 17.5%,
Fucking little-
dude.
When I get my next minivan.
We got our little Israel fan club. Me and you, dude. We'll hang out.
Welcome back to Drunk Buds, everybody. Max, take it away.
Welcome back to Drunk Buds, everybody. Me and Steven are just doing this long enough to pay off Will Watson's student debt.
Dude. We don't need 1 million episodes, dude.
Yeah, so far we're actually putting you in more debt just by you being here.
And turmoil.
Yeah, good luck with future job interviews,
Yeah, they're
brother.
gonna pull up this episode.
Yeah, don't put it on your Instagram.
So what did you mean by Israel fan club? Could you go?
Yeah. Could you explain that to us? And then they all take off their wigs and they got little kippas on.
Oh yeah.
Wherever you're watching, thank you for watching. Just know we're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts. Today, we're going to talk about the emigration from Mexico to America. Max, what do you have about it?
Open us up. I'll say it every episode. Get more of them in here.
Why didn't you tell me that was the topic? Well, I would have done some research.
Really?
No, but
The research is all around you outside once you leave here.
Yeah, just based on your life experiences to now, give me Mexico thumbs up, thumbs down.
Middle of the road.
Yeah, I'm solid. I don't really no comment on
Ooh,
that
you
one,
should-
dude.
you should
I've
tell-
had enough experiences with Mexico.
You should tell the story about why you have a Raiders shirt.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm not even a Raiders fan at all, but I got a hit and run, and my car got totaled.
Damn.
And then some guy just booked it after that, and the cops like did not give a fuck. They did nothing. So I got a new car, but the one that was like in my price range was a Toyota Venza.
Yeah.
Which is a historically very Mexican car.
Yeah.
Like, it's like if you see it, there's a 90% chance a Mexican is driving. And like I've seen videos like they will like turn it into a lowrider.
Dude,
Like, oh, fuck,
sick.
it looks like a minivan.
And that
Sick.
10% of the time is because you bought a Toyota. Yeah.
But no, so my brother was like, he started calling me Juan. Like he just would not.
Okay, yeah.
He wouldn't let it up. So then he bought me a Raiders shirt, and I was like, "Why'd you get me this?" And he's like, "Go Raiders!" Like, he's like, "You're Mexican now."
He bought you a Dodgers hat.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, you want to go to the Dodgers game?
Yeah, dude. He won't. Yeah, he won't give up
That's
on
a
that.
very
dude.
funny thing you told me. You told me at the open mic, I'm like, go tell Charlie that. That's the funniest thing I've ever
But no,
heard.
dude, I was like, thank God ICE is not coming to Cincinnati because I would be targeted
Oh,
if they saw
brother.
me whipping around.
They're here.
They're in Kentucky, I think.
They're
In
big,
Florida.
Oh, dude.
Big. I got a couple exes that are worried, dude. I got a couple people that text me at least once a week, and they go, I'm scared. And I go, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, is that basement still for rent, Max? yeah.
Yeah, dude. But
No, it's fun. Did you know Max is historically into Hispanic women?
No, I didn't know
end of the
that.
podcast.
That's crazy,
Look,
dude.
dude.
How many times have you been hit or robbed?
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Whoa.
I'm
dude.
thinking of just some crazy stories.
Outside of the
I've heard.
bedroom. He's talking about outside of the bedroom.
Outside
We're-
of the bedroom.
we're
Like
in-
hit for sure.
We're in Kentucky, dude. We're
No,
all.
we're not.
They know we have guns. They know not to rob us. Also, I'm not going down on Short Vine where Charlie Hall's hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? LVAC is on that street, ain't it?
LVAC fucking rocks, dude.
Elvac. What am I going to walk into every Mexican restaurant I see and hit on every waitress?
It seemed to work
Because
in the
I
past.
do that every Friday. Okay, that's a Friday thing.
Only on Fridays.
Yeah, that's when the cervezas be flowing.
We
That's
I
when
forgot.
things get a little crazy, brother.
Chrissy.
She gets a little crazy.
Little
out
loco,
Max
there.
is
as they
like-
say.
Yeah.
Max gets a megaphone. He's like, "Where are the tortas?"
No. Keep the tortas. I'm looking for them quesadillas, okay? We
trying
gotta
to-
be flat up in here.
Yeah, you're trying to roll them up in your van, brother. we know how you do it.
Well, dude.
No judgments here, dude. I
No
love
judgments.
a Hispanic lady.
More motion for the
And-
ocean.
Historically, before I was with my girlfriend, I had multiple Hispanic women that I've slept with.
Damn.
Why are we cornering me?
I'm not cornering you.
No, dude,
I'm
that's
cornered.
fucking rad. I don't know if you could tell, but like I'm not really the type of a Hispanic lady usually.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm intrigued by these stories because I
I
just haven't had
think
experience.
you're semi-tall, you're thin, and you have pretty blue eyes.
Thank you.
I think you're the type of any woman.
Thanks.
Nice.
Why aren't you this nice to me, dude? He just insults me every time I see him. He's like, your
Yeah,
hair looks
right?
wet.
Yeah, he's the one who came up with the Robinson kid one.
Well,
It's
Dude,
okay, but
he's-
I've gotten that one for too long. I can't escape those allegations.
that was not the first time you've gotten that.
No,
Of course it
I
wasn't.
was
Look at him.
genuinely. I also used to have like shorter, more spiky hair, so I looked even more like him.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And I've gotten that since like fucking high school. And then I was like, I am surprised it's taken this long in comedy for someone to say that.
So
Gotcha.
the whole point of that movie is time travel, right?
I believe.
Is
Yeah, I think so.
time travel. I'm telling you as a fact.
Oh,
right now, you
okay.
don't have to think.
I feel like I thought you phrased that as like a question. But
Just recline back for quick for this.
get into it, dude.
Do you think what do you think Future? If you could talk to Future you, if he came back to today, what do you think like is a piece of advice he'd give you, or like just a little like flick to put you on the right direction?
Quit stand up? Maybe like this is a bad investment.
Yeah.
Like you spent more money than you've made. Like,
That's funny. You're a finance guy. You're like, this is an investment. No, it's not.
well, no. In terms of investment, I just mean the amount of money I've spent on like gas and drinks
Oh,
going
yeah.
to do stand up. Like I've spent more on that than I will probably ever make.
Gas and gas. Do you smoke?
I used to.
You used to.
Not as much anymore. I'm getting back into it now.
He's
I'm-
trying to get a job.
I'm
He
getting-
just graduated.
That's why I stopped. I'm getting back into it now, but I was
Oh, probably for, I remember all my buddies needed to stop, and it was like crippling for them, but they needed to stop because they wanted these co-ops. They like, had to drug test for them.
Mm-hmm.
It was really weird to see
lot of places do it.
my pothead friends quit weed for 3 months. It was, I was like, oh, hey, you're doing it for your job.
Couldn't be me, dude.
It could be you.
I didn't end up getting drug tested.
at the bank.
I didn't end up getting drug tested, thankfully, but I did quit weed, and then like those first 2 weeks were so miserable that I was like, okay, I was using it way too much. So I just stopped for like 3 months, and I just started smoking again, but I still don't want to own any of my own because I'm just bad at moderation.
No, that's valid. When you quit weed, did you have, because this happens to me every time, if I cut back or if I stop for a couple of days, I have crazy vivid dreams.
Dude, still now. I still get crazy vivid dreams, and they're so close to reality that I'll like wake up and forget. Like, dude, I had a dream last night. I'm being so dead ass. It was at Go Bananas. I went there for the Pro-Am, and my entire family was there. And I was like, oh.
You're like, well, this is a dream. Like, no way they're showing up.
I was like, oh no. Like, they're going to hear my material. Like, I was like, fuck. And then I woke up like terrified. And then I was like, oh, thank God, like that wasn't real.
Yeah.
But maybe that was a vision. Maybe that was like a premonition of what's to come.
Do you ever have dreams, though? Because I used to do this,
I do have dreams, yeah.
You'd wake up. All right,
why I stand up.
Hit stop, Charlie. If this is just going to be cornering me the whole time, I don't want to be here.
No, dude. No.
I think the problem is Will and I are too much like each other. He's like, yeah, I got a problem with moderation. He loves comic books. Him and I are big comic nerds.
Big comic book
Oh
fans,
my God,
dude.
who's your favorite?
Batman.
Comedian.
Batman wins in everything. That's my goat.
I
I
got
love
a Spawn
Batman.
comic right here
That's fucking cool.
that I've been reading.
And
Right after-
when he bought that, his virginity respawned.
Yeah.
No, dude, tell me about it. I've had to give like preference. Like I've literally, I remember one time put like a blanket over the top of my nightstand when a lady came over because I was like, she can't see how many comics I have. Like not on the first time.
You can't show your virgin pussy. You have.
I would have to do that just to hide all the zins I got stuck to my nightstand.
Bro, I used to do that too. And then
guys are
it's easy.
fucked up.
It's just easier to pick them off after they've dried up.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
It's not like
fucking
gum.
heathens,
you
dude.
know, you take your one out at the end of the day. You're getting home from an open mic. It's 1 a.m. You take your one out and you just stick it on.
Are you a little invincible head like us? You invincible boys?
I mean, I feel invincible every day when I wake up.
Dude, you're not.
I feel like I
not
could
Mark Grayson, bro.
tackle the day. Of course,
He
I'm
doesn't
not.
know what you're talking about.
I
No
know what
way.
I see the clips on YouTube
Oh, yeah,
Shorts.
that's right.
Okay.
Baby
Yeah.
has his iPad. Okay.
You do seem like the type of guy that gets addicted to reels on every platform.
Oh my God.
Like Instagram, Facebook, like TikTok.
I've never felt more seen now.
Yeah,
My
I know.
algorithms are different on every single one. I learned if I'm at work, I have to be on YouTube Shorts because Facebook or Instagram is going to show me some crazy shit that I cannot be on at work.
No, you've told me you're like slowly watching Bohemian Rhapsody right now.
Short by
only
short, and I'm like, it's a pretty good movie.
Only real
I'm like,
dogs.
have you seen Shawshank Redemption? You're like, 5/58 of it. I've got a couple more clips to go.
Especially on TikTok, I'll see like one clip from a movie and it's like 3 minutes long, and I'll watch the whole thing, and I'll be like, well, I got to see what happens next. So I'll go to the account to watch part 2, and I end up spending 45 minutes watching like part of a movie.
Yeah, you're watching in vertical.
Oh, yeah,
and you're like,
dude.
90% of these people are cut off on the screen, but I'm devoted. Dude.
I've done that. I remember when I did download TikTok, I did the exact same thing. I saw some clip of Zac Efron in some movie, and it was like
High School Musical.
The best scene. No, it wasn't. It was like him. He's coming back from war, and he has a picture, and he goes and meets some. It was the biggest chick flick, essentially. But like the clip got me in where Zac Efron's a badass, and he's defending some woman, and I'm like, oh my God, this movie seems so cool. And then by the end, I got catfished into watching a chick flick on a rainy day, and I'm
Dude.
just sitting there just like, oh, I felt like such an idiot.
Through TikTok and Reels, I feel like I've watched all of Curb Your Enthusiasm without
Love.
watching a single episode of the show.
I watched all the highlights.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen all the clips. I've never watched an episode.
You got to watch the whole show. I love that show. That's one of my
No,
favorite
I'm skipping
shows.
the stuff in between.
Especially
I'm hitting the funny parts.
With the business you guys are in, you got to watch that show.
What,
you-
finance?
Jewish.
Oh yeah, dude.
Larry
Okay.
David, the King Jew.
The King Jew.
Nah,
Yeah.
King Jews.
Somebody's got to take
King
his place,
Jew's
though. He's about
dead.
to die.
King Jew already died.
They
dude.
also don't like kings
Who's King Jew?
historically.
King Jew,
Yeah.
he apparently
Jesus,
hung
like King of the
himself
Jews?
in that cell.
Oh, absolutely. That's the king, dude.
If any one of them were king, dude,
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
just saying he had the most money. He had his own island.
Like
he ruled his own
yeah.
kingdom. I'm not advocating. I'm a anti-monarch here.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out.
There's a lot of princesses in that kingdom, if you know what I'm saying, dude.
His own island.
taken from another castle.
This is a joke I've been trying to make work. I said he was on his own island, or as they called it, Puddin' Bay.
No, I was listening to. I think it was your guys' last episode or second to last episode.
We put out 2 this week. The
And
schedule's been wild.
I had never realized it, but I thought it was so funny when you said that. Like Trump's the worst because he's admittedly fully sober.
Yeah.
Like everyone else is probably fucked up on that island,
Right.
And he's like, no, I want to experience this 100%.
Yeah, could you imagine waking up the next morning and be like, what did I do, dude? I
he
ate
knew
those
exactly
12-piece
what he
McNuggets.
He's making breakfast for everybody. Like he's like up and at him when the sun's come up.
He's got the McDonald's hash browns.
Yeah. Looking at the pictures from the day before and being like, I'm never getting a McFlurry again, dude. That was too hard.
That's real, dude.
That's funny
We've all
stuff.
been there. Yeah, I know. I was like, I can't believe you haven't made that a joke yet. That's really good.
Well, just because it's so on. It is good enough for me to go up and be like, yeah. And it's like you got to think. I think the second part of that idea that I had was like he was only addicted to McDonald's. It's like all he's actually addicted to, and so. Just imagine somebody plowing you from behind smelling like a big arch. Like he's ruined McNuggets.
Right. Like fucking a kid and being like, you want a Happy Meal after this?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It comes with a toy.
Yeah, sex comes with a
I
toy.
know it's not the Sonic toy. Okay? I got you the My Little Pony one. I'm sorry, but
It's
you're
like
gonna have to deal with it.
we already knew sex came with toys. Okay,
Yeah.
you just didn't think. Imagine pulling out of a Happy Meal fucking 8-inch fucking black dildo.
Dude, I remember one time, I'm putting my parents on blast here, but I remember one time I was looking for something when I was a kid, and I was like going through my parents' drawers in their bedroom. Because I was like,
Bad move.
I was like, I gotta find what I can't remember what it was.
You're
but I
never
remember,
gonna find something good.
No, bro.
move,
What I
dude.
discovered was crazy. It was like a 10-inch purple vibrating
No.
dildo.
Oh my god!
Swear to
Are you
God.
serious?
I hate that I'm saying this right now on the podcast, but I swear to God. And I remember like I went to school the next day and I told my friends because I was like, this is
No,
crazy.
no, you gotta tell your friends.
And they were like, dude, your parents are freaked out. I was like, they must be.
All your friends are like, but why was it on your dad's side?
Dude, it was on my dad's side. I was like, is he the captain of this ship? Like he's the one.
That's his binocular. That's his
Dude, imagine it's a mold.
If he's the
imagine it's a
captain of
mold
the ship,
him.
it's a short voyage, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, my mom, she found this old tape recorder she had from the 90s or whatever, the early 2000s or 90s, and she was like, oh, this probably has some family videos on it.
Let's
Can you-
rewatch Christmas.
Can you like put
09?
them? Can you put them on like a digital format or whatever? And I was like, yeah, Mom, I got you. And I immediately took that camcorder and I chucked it in the woods.
I can only
We are
imagine.
not going through these tapes. I don't know what's on it. It could have been Family Christmas, but I'm not taking the chance. Okay.
Do you? Speaking of family, do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I got a brother, an older brother, the one that I think that calls me Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I should have known that. But
Yeah.
you have one brother. That's
Just
it?
one singular brother, my older brother.
Damn. Does he look like you,
Yes, he does.
or is it
Yeah.
more? Is his hair more bucket hat?
He's got he's got a lot shorter hair. Hey, I'm getting a
Okay.
fucking haircut this week. All right, it took a
Okay.
while to get in.
I imagine you and your brother look exactly like your dad.
Kind of. Like I think we're a pretty good mix. Like
Just a
my dad is
question.
also skinny. He's taller than me though, and his hair's like a little bit more blonde. Like my brother has really red hair. Mine's like
Interesting.
kind of strawberry blonde, like in the middle. He's got really red hair. So
Damn.
yeah, and also he can tan. Like he can get a little bit darker
Whoa,
skin.
really?
Me, I just got the bad end of the stick, I guess, in
So
terms
then
of
that
genetics.
has to mean like which one of your parents has the gene that can tan?
My mom, she's got
Your mom?
melanoma like 3 times.
Okay.
I swear to God, dude, she's like almost asking for it. Like she just barely puts on sunscreen. Like I burn super easy. So when they wanted to move to Florida, I was like, this is a bad idea for me.
Oh.
I was like, I would hate it there.
Yeah, you would. Oh my god.
No, I like Florida for like a week when I go on vacation.
Yeah.
But then like I couldn't live there.
You are one of God's warriors if you're a redhead in Florida. Living in Florida?
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my god.
Absolutely.
And our producer, historically, Ginger.
Ginger loves Miami.
Yeah, loves Miami.
Can't get enough of Miami.
Except he said he can't learn that much Spanish. I do kind of want to visit there because I've heard the Cubans there, and I mean the food, not the population of people.
Cubans? Dude,
I mean,
right
it's on the bucket list.
I've had sex with a Cuban. Very, very nice.
Oh, word? What was his name? Give me some, dude.
He got
Will
you.
Watson.
He got you.
We told you he was new at comedy.
6 months, dude. That's the product of 6 months of stand-up, bro.
Yeah,
You think of bangers like that, man.
Yeah. He hit that joke. He hit that buzzer beater one time before he started comedy. He's like, stand up.
No, I just heard a million people say that. It's the easiest joke to make.
Well, yeah.
It is the easiest joke.
I had like a full circle moment the other day because I think you always used to sit in cam and watch like everybody, didn't you?
In what?
In Chameleon, you used to always watch the entire open.
If you guys
I
were
would.
on it, you would show up. You and Aiden. Your boy Aiden.
Yeah, for sure.
It,
Shout out
it finally
Aiden.
hit me because
If you're
I
listening,
don't know
really
why.
good.
I think I was thinking of you last night because we were putting this together.
Are you touching yourself, dude?
I mean, yeah, but I'm always touching myself. I'm trying to keep my hands in camera view because
Yeah.
my penis is also in camera view.
But you were taking a shit. So
Okay, hell yeah, dude.
What, do we not like Blumpkins in here?
nope.
When's the last time? Do you think, even if you were to get a Blumpkin, do you think you'd ever admit to it?
What is that?
When you get your dick sucked on the toilet?
That's dude. I
Yes.
didn't even know that was a thing.
Look, brother.
And it's usually not
think
just
of the worst
while you're
thing-
on the toilet. It's while you're shitting.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it PG.
Dude, what kind of self-respecting woman would be like, that's like, let's do
Brother,
it?
there's a lot of cool women out there.
While you're shitting?
There's a lot of women out there that are pretty cool and don't want to be respected.
Yeah,
Let me
there's
tell
a
you
lo-
that.
There's a lot of women whose fathers left when they were very young.
Charlie, get a beer.
Charlie's.
He just asked me for a beer, dude. I would get you one.
If the listeners can't see
I'll
this,
double up,
but
dude.
we did put the beers under the table. Charlie's prone crawling for a beer.
No, it's Drunk Buzz podcast.
What do you?
I have
Okay,
to-
what do you?
It's not producer etiquette to interrupt the podcast.
He's a good
You're not on
producer.
right now.
I to say that.
He's a head producer.
That's not on, by the way. Oh, okay.
Is
you got
is
one.
what do you think is the worst thing a lady could do to you that you'd still admit to the boys? Like if you were like, a lady ate my butt last night.
I don't know. When you say like a lady could do to you, like, is that counting like me wanting it? Like I'd have to be like this.
I mean, if
like,
you want it, but do you not want things that you wouldn't admit to people?
I'm pretty vanilla. I
Here's
think.
I am too, which is
Oh
just
my
another
God,
thing. we have in
Charlie.
common.
Yeah.
But like
I'm myself in
vanilla.
my corner again.
my girlfriend, my ex girlfriend, one of my like first ever girlfriends, she was like she was like the first person I ever had sex with. She was like, I want you to choke me. And I told people that, but I was like, I feel like I'm going to kill her if I'm choking her.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like,
you
what do
don't choke her
want?
like this.
Well, it's like they want to be choked. That's a
Absolutely
weird
full
thing.
Nelson,
Yeah.
dude. I mean,
What
come
if
on.
what if I just jujitsu?
Yeah, I remember when a girl asked me to pull her hair for the first time. I was like, wouldn't that hurt? Like I was like, are you
Yeah.
sure? I was like, I would hate if that happened to me.
Yeah. Do you want? Yeah. She's like, I want you to choke me. I'm like, McGregor or Pereira?
The brain is the most powerful sexual organ.
Is it? I thought the penis was an organ.
I thought the penis would be the most
No, look at that.
most powerful.
Science. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I lift up my penis and pull my balls out, it looks like a monkey brain.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah.
I was trying
All right,
to connect with Charlie.
I
with
wish we would have cut the podcast when you said, dude, that would have been. We could have avoided that one.
Yeah.
You said your dad just hit a goose on the highway, or wasn't even on the highway.
No, bro.
Your
Dude,
dad choked
We
a
were
goose to
at-
death while he was.
we were literally at dinner last night. It's my brother's birthday dinner at Texas Roadhouse, and my dad's like, "You guys want to hear a story?" And I was like, "Oh God, what is Suge gonna say?" So I was like, "All right."
Shug?
Oh yeah, no, his name is Shane. So his nickname was always Sugar Shane, like Sugar Shane Mosley, the boxer. So people call him Suge, and I also just call him Suge. And he was like, "You guys want to hear the story?" He's like, "I was golfing on Sunday," and he's like, "We were at the driving range before we teed off because we had time." And I guess these geese were walking up, and they were like 15 yards away. And my dad's a really good golfer. So he was like, just, hitting him over him. He was like,
headshots for
bro.
every one of
He
them.
said he got his 3-iron out, like fucked up the swing, fucking hit the goose in the head.
Oh my god.
And like it was like going crazy, like wailing. It's kind of a fucked up story. But then he went he went inside and was like told the like golf pro and was like, hey, like I just assassinated a goose out there, like, and he's like, it needs help, and she was like, I don't know what you want me to do. She's like, I'm not animal control. So my dad went back out there, the goose died, and then he said that
you need to call game,
dude. I was like, I hope you get.
If you, I'll tell you the story after.
Okay, well, then he said that like he came back at the end and they had drawn like a chalk line around the goose's body. Like it was like a crime scene, like when they do that at like a crime, and he was like, I don't know what the point of that
goose,
was.
you see, brother.
I was like, what did your buddies think of it?
Goose Noir.
Yeah. I was like, what did your buddies think? Because he always golfs with his friends. He's like, yeah, they started calling me Goose.
I've always got your back. No, it's illegal if you need to call game after that, because if you kill, because there was somebody at our company, some foreman, who like got in a fight with a goose and it was attacking him, and he fucking killed the shit out of it, and he's now facing like charges.
Yeah,
you can't kill them.
But
they're
if it's an
endangered species.
Accident.
They also are,
and it's not actually that they're endangered.
Accident. It's not that they're endangered, but they're protected by it.
Yeah, because they're a migratory species, so they neither belong to the U.S. or Canada.
Why do we call them Canada gooses?
Because that's where they live,
geese,
dude.
I believe it's a plural. Dumbass.
Canada geese.
Geese also, they're like borderline suicidal. Like they put themselves in horrible positions.
If you didn't want to get hit by the car, stop making your nests in the Sam's Club parking lot.
Yeah,
is all I'm saying. Like if I saw a homeless guy camped out there, I'd be like, he's begging for it, dude.
So it looks like, yes, Canada geese are protected in the United States and Canada under the Federal Migratory Bird Treaty Act. It is illegal to harm geese, destroy nests, or disturb eggs without federal and state permits. What would you need a permit to go get eggs for? Do people eat goose eggs?
I've heard that's a big fat goose egg. I've heard
big
that.
Big fat goose egg, but that means zero.
Yeah, it's like a fancy. It's like if you went to Jeff Ruby's, they'd be like, "Here's your goose with a
steak and eggs."
Yeah. It's like a goose egg. What I don't get is the people that eat like pheasant eggs.
Pheasant eggs.
And pheasant eggs are like that big. They're like the size of a quarter. And it's like, I could eat 45. I could put pheasants extinct with just one breakfast, dude. That's fucked up. Why are we doing that to the pheasants?
When is, obviously you can't hunt them, but when is hunting season? Like
Max
I don't know
more than me.
If it's like universal or if it's like by state.
Hunting season's whenever I can afford the box of shotgun shells.
Okay, hell yeah, dude.
He doesn't even think about arrows. He's like, I'm no pussy. I'm not gonna shoot this with a fucking arrow.
You're not hunting geese with arrows? I don't know. Anyway, you hunt turkeys with arrows, bow and arrows.
People bow hunt.
But it's like turkeys are the smallest things. I don't even think you're hunting rabbits with bow and arrows.
Yeah, you are. Some people do.
Do they?
I did it in Red Dead Redemption 2 all the time.
Yeah. In our second life.
I was just luring that poor family onto the train tracks, and then the bears came.
I still never finished that game. I got too bored of it.
What, Red Dead Redemption 2?
I got to the point where I could play blackjack.
It's for the intellectuals.
Yeah, you got to the point where you could play blackjack, and that's as far as it went.
And then it's weird. I got stuck at that point. I couldn't get on. I couldn't get further on in the game.
Turns out they don't let you leave the saloon if you're 10K in debt.
Yeah, I had 5 whiskeys, and they were telling me to get the fuck out of the bar. Yeah, I love it when you get drunk in that game. That's fun. You get to stumble all over the place.
Yeah, dude. Getting drunk in a video game is kind of sad, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like I'm drinking virtually at the bar. Right? Instead of real life, I'm by myself.
Some of the missions make you get hammered.
Yeah, the one with, this is a deep cut, but the one about Lenny. You're like, Lenny! You're like running through the bar. It's all about getting hammered and like
Lenny,
trying to find.
Yeah. Charlie Hall is kind of a GTA 6 character.
Yeah.
You know, like he just shows up at bars with his headphones in and sits in the corner. And you're kind of like, this motherfucker's about to give me a mission, dude.
Yeah. Charlie, you're up next. Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
God damn it, CJ.
Yeah. He's always going up on stage at 2 stars.
Yeah, we were talking about Charlie's going to court for criminal speed, and I said,
Yeah, he was telling me about that the other
whenever
night.
Charlie
he told everyone, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I got into that accident and I was telling him, and then he was telling me about the cop because I was like, it was just me and 2 other white cops. They were very gentle with me.
Yeah.
They were like super nice.
They go over to the lady, you know, they're like, "You fucked up. This is your fault."
The guy apologized for citing me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, "I feel bad." He's like, you didn't. Long story short, some lady was turning right. A biker came past her. She like full on braked, like, and I was driving to Chameleon, and I was literally no music. I was practicing my set.
Was this the other day?
Yeah, it was Thursday.
that why you
That's
were
why I
late?
missed my set.
That's why you were late.
Yeah.
Damn.
I texted
Okay.
Caleb. He didn't see it, but I was like, "Hey, like heads up." I was like, "I just got." I mean, it's very minor.
Yeah,
accident.
you do need to get our number because I could have told him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he still let me go on, like at the end, or
Yeah.
almost at the end.
Caleb's the man.
His.
He's the shit.
Yeah, dude, I don't care how fast Charlie Hall's going in that car. The second he steps in, it's criminal. Okay.
What is the definition of criminal speeding? Like,
Over
what-
20?
It means you're not going fast enough.
I've been stopped for it, but then it was after Grunge Fest, which was the night before. It was Blackout Wednesday because it was right before Thanksgiving. The next morning, I'm driving home I slept with some chick that night.
This guy's
Round
cool.
of applause.
This guy's cool.
No, it was just.
How much did
I
you
was.
pay her?
I was.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. That was good.
Hey, you're getting better. You didn't say him. Yeah,
dude.
You didn't say him.
Well, you specified a lady, so yeah.
She, so I drove, while I was driving home, I was going 85 and a 60, and the guy pulls me over, he goes, where are you headed to? I said, I'm just my family's in town, I'm just going to Thanksgiving.
Were you
He's like,
sober?
Yeah, dead sober, and he's like,
This
why
is
do you
how
have
I
so
know
many?
the story's made up.
I was dead sober, and I got another funny story after this. But like, he looked at all the air fresheners I had in. I had so many like black ice trees on my thing. He's like, "Why do you have so many air fresheners?" I'm like, "I just like my car to smell good." He's like, "Do you have any firearms in the car?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Do you mind if I search your car?" I said, "Yeah, go right ahead." He goes, "Okay, I don't need to." I was like, "Yeah." He's like,
I
"It's
was
fine."
up to like 25 of those black ice trees hung up.
Yeah.
Because that is like the definitive best smelling one.
And then you total your car,
100%.
and then you have to cut them all.
My dad made me cut it when he saw it. He's like, "You're gonna get
New
in
car's
trouble
pretty
for
solid,
that."
too.
And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, at the new my new car."
one? No.
The new car
Your new
smell.
car. What do you think? I'm complimenting your Toyota
it's not
Sienna.
new. It's
dude?
2013, dude.
I mean, come on, you didn't pull up here in a Maserati,
Just
bro.
imagine, dude. One of your exes drove that car for sure.
Most of
Have
my
some
exes
respect, dude.
couldn't
Have
have
some
driver's
respect.
license. So.
Yeah.
Have some respect.
But no, that night before when I was at Grunge Fest, I went to. This is why I wasn't sober.
I thought you said you were.
Why I was sober.
I know, right?
While I was
Cracks
sober,
are starting
is
to
I
show.
go. The show was at Bogart's. I pull up to Bogart's. I'm like, "Yo, this is a shithole." I knew it was a shithole. They're not gonna like check. Security's gonna be like super low key, right? I go up. And they're like beeping me down. They're tapping me, searching me. And then like I had a flannel on and jeans. They tap my right pocket. They go, "What's in there?" And I pull out a fireball shooter. They go, "Okay." I had 7 more fireball shooters on my body. After they hit the second one, they're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's a fireball shooter." You know what? I'll just give you one. And I pulled out 6 more shooters.
Did they breathalyze you, or did they think you were?
No, they
this
like
is at
saw.
Bogart's.
They like
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
it's
okay,
at
I was-
Bogart, so it's a shithole. They're like, yeah, man. They were laughing. They were like, "This is actually so funny that he thought he could come here and like get in with all these shooters."
If you
I
got
had a
the
great time.
one with the plastic tops,
No, brother, they were like the wand. They hit it, and they're like, "What's in that pocket?
Oh.
Why do you have?"
it's like bulging out. They're like, "Why do your nipples look like that right
No,
now?"
dude. I went as Batman for Halloween. That was the night my virginity grew back, by the way. That was rough. But
Well, at least you didn't go as Joker. I gotta give you some points. If you
But
showed up as
in the-
Joker,
With that laugh, am I right?
Yeah.
if you told me you showed up as Joker, this podcast would be over.
Okay.
It would never see the light of day.
But in the utility belt, I put a bunch of shooters.
Yeah.
No
I
way.
kept them all to myself too. But like, yeah, my buddy's dad was a cop, so he gave me like a cop belt. It looked pretty sick. Like you would think it was a part of the costume.
Do you have pictures?
Yeah, I'm not gonna show them.
Well, we
now.
could put them up on the podcast.
Yeah, don't do that, dude. I already look like a dumbass. Don't
Well,
make
we're
it
gonna
worse.
room through your Instagram.
The
It's
first
on
time
there,
we put a
bro.
picture up of him, he got pissed off. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Whatever Robinson.
Big
Wasn't
Lou.
there a T-Rex in that movie?
There was a T-Rex, very scary. They put a bowler hat on him, and he almost killed that kid.
He did.
He almost killed that kid. Anyway, that was an autobiography of my life.
Been there, done that, dude. That's why you love the movie so much. You're related.
That and the Minions.
If you went forward in time, what would you tell you now?
You mean if I came back in
The
time?
same question. Well, yeah. If you went forward in time and then came back, same question you asked me. What would you say?
My future self would say, he'd sit me down on the couch and he'd say, Max, get that penis reduction surgery.
Dude, I know
You're
it's been
hurting too many poor women.
I know it's been a tough life for you with that that absolute hog that you have.
Max used to say these too many innocent women. And I said, hey man, that sounds like rape.
I've dropped the innocent, and that joke has done better.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Innocent sounds like it's against their will.
Well, I've only slept with innocent. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I think you mean illegal.
They're innocent in my eyes, dude. Not in the eyes of the law.
Not in the eyes of the law. Big
What are
brother's
you?
eyes.
Are you black ice over there? Okay.
Dude, you got to get on the black ice wave, dude. If they made black ice cologne, I would totally wear that.
Brother.
That was the absolute best.
I mean, you could buy a couple of those and rub them on your pits, dude.
Are you
Make
big
a little
cologne
pit
guy?
stop.
I'm like a 1 or 2 sprays when I head out.
When you head out.
Yeah.
That's how I am.
I mean, like, do you do your research? Do you like smelling and shopping?
Literally every Christmas, my mom gets me a bottle of cologne.
And then
Gotcha.
you just use it.
I just use it. I mean,
That's
they
how
always
I am.
smell good.
There's one that like I had to get after I got a so I bought Gucci Bloom for my girlfriend for a anniversary gift or whatever, and they gave me a bunch of like samples because when you buy, obviously like, dude, it's like a $200 bottle I bought for her, and then they were like, yeah, take some samples because you just bought this, and then I got the what is it, Bleu de Chanel, and I got that sample and I was like, this smells phenomenal, and I went and bought myself a 200.
Yeah.
They got me. You finance fuckers know what you're doing. You're marketing.
Sus,
Sorry, that's
dude.
marketing technically, but like, dude, they know what they're doing because I went back, and that bottle's gonna last me for a long time. It is worth it investing in a good cologne. This is just me kind of preaching right now.
No,
this isn't
I
very
absolutely
funny,
agree.
and I understand
There
that.
was, dude, we have a my apartment. Our roommates, we always have our friends over every year, and we do like Secret Santa,
Yeah.
and or like Stealing Santa. And we had some guy come for the first time, and there's a $20 limit, and he brought like $100 bottle of cologne
What?
as one of the gifts. And he was like, "Oh, I didn't know how it works." And I was like, "Still, dude." I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, "That's a lot, dude." He's like, I had $20 off." I was like, "So you spent $80 to get that taken?"
He's like, no worries,
like-
I had a coupon.
Trying to impress the friend group.
I don't think so, because we already knew him. Like, he's not that close in our friend group, but he's like a mutual friend. And we were like, "Why not come?" And he brought that.
That's a creative way to flop your dick on the table.
That's
That's
fine,
a
but I think
creative
more
way to
people would
tell
just be like,
everybody, you guys smell, dude. Put this shit on, please.
Yeah, well, you guys need this.
I came in here and my eyes are burning, dude. I mean, what are we doing?
Hey, can we take a break really quick? I got to piss.
I also
my
gotta
God,
piss,
I was
dude.
gonna
got
tell
a
the story,
solid
but
one.
okay.
We'll
All right,
just
we'll keep
hold
it-
on to it, dude.
This
is great. Well, we're basically one man after that AI.
Fuck, what were we
that
talking
AI
about?
mix.
Yeah, me and Will are on the absolute most hell show I've probably
Worst show
been
in
on.
Cincinnati.
It's gonna be
great,
bad.
dude.
They should just market it as the worst show in Cincinnati.
Well, it's in Walton, Kentucky. So.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Or it's in Union, Kentucky.
Also the best show in Kentucky.
Hey, probably, yeah.
$1 PBRs though.
$1 PBRs.
That's tough to beat.
That stands for piss butt.
You guys are in finance. You know that's gonna put Kentucky out of. Dude, it's gonna. It's gonna make everyone homeless in Kentucky.
No,
Yeah.
every homeless person is coming to this show. $1 PBRs. They're like,
Absolutely.
all I got to do is raise $20 on the corner today.
Yeah.
And we're going to be able to sleep tonight.
They're like, why are you not talking about black people? Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember what the story was, but this is what I want to know. You have a scar on your lip.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
True story coming in. It's not like a funny story, but when I was a kid, my buddy had a big yard. He had a very large yard, and that's where we used to play all our sports. Mm-hmm. And I remember his parents got him a set of like junior golf clubs, like real ones.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was like 6, right? So we were kids, so we were just hitting the ball around, and we couldn't hit it hard enough to like go into a house or anything. And I remember I hit it in front of my brother and I was like, he was about to swing, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go swoop this up like an action hero. And I like went in there and like I kind of dove for it, like grabbed my ball and I like tried to roll away, and I came in so fast that he swung, just popped me in the mouth, ripped my lip open. And I guess there is like a kind of funny part. My dad, Shug, hates like gore, and he's like kind of squeamish, so he doesn't like blood or anything like that.
Damn.
And I remember my mom was driving me to the hospital, and I was like crying, and I was like, I want to see my dad. And my dad was coming home from work, and it like just worked that like my mom intercepted him, and she like rolled down her window and was like talking to my dad 'cause she had called him, and he was like, I want to see it. And I was crying, and then my mom rolls down the window, and he looks at me and he just goes, ew. And I just started crying more. I was like, this is horrible.
He's like, no, son of mine.
All right. And then my mom tells me this story all the time, but apparently at the hospital, when the doctor like put the stitches in, he like asked my mom, he's like, does this look straight? Like asked her opinion on my lip.
On if you look straight?
No.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
So I've had a scar ever since, dude. But
Yeah, doctor's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how gay is your son?
This is a funny story. Oh my God, I completely forgot about this. So when I was younger, I used to get injured all the time. I used to seriously, like, I cracked my head open multiple times, which explains a lot.
I was gonna say that's why he's like this, dude.
I broke my collarbone. That's the only bone I've ever broken was my collarbone. But I would be in there so often that the hospital said, we're gonna take your son into a room with police because there might be some like domestic abuse,
dude.
And my mom was like, okay, son, seriously, just tell them the truth. And obviously my mom never have done anything to me, right? So she was like, just tell them the truth. And I did. But it was like, dude, oh, fuck, there was a funny... Well, that's it. Dude, they literally thought that, like, my mom was abusing me, that I got hurt that much.
They thought you were, like, media trained? Like, your answers? Like, we know what he's going to say.
My mom is the best. She
closest
loves
to
me
being
and
a
hugs
quarterback I'll ever get is being media trained.
When I was still in Catholic school, my sister and my mom never got along. My oldest, like, full sister. So my sister went to, like, the counselor or whatever, and CPS ended up having to come along. And I'm in, like, kindergarten at this point, and they sit me down in this room, and they're like, so does your mom ever hit you or anything? And I went, well, when I'm bad, my mommy spanks me. And I was lying about that. She's never spanked me. That's how it turned out like this.
I got a couple spankings in my day.
I was as a child, I knew what people wanted to hear, and I still do this sometimes. And when you know what people like want to hear, you just let them know. Like, you just tell them what they want to hear. It's like they made us go to confession because it was a Catholic school, and the priest would be like, how did you sin this week? And I'd be like, I swore and I hit my sister. It was like, I was just making shit up because it's what they wanted to hear. But anyway, they were like, so she spanks you when you're bad. What kind of bad things do you do? And I go, I play video games and I eat sugar. So they just think that I'm like eating candy playing SpongeBob.
They're like, you're a naughty boy.
My mom busts down the door and is like, time for the ass whooping, bitch. You know? So it didn't paint her in a good light. But we ended up getting to stay with her. Even though I told her that she enjoyed sugar through her nose.
You said your mom spanked you as a kid. My mom did too. She only ever spanked me one time.
I can only think of like one moment.
She spanked me and I was literally like, that didn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that didn't hurt at all, which is crazy because I was like, bitch didn't hit me at all. Which is crazy because I got in trouble for cursing.
Nice.
She heard that, yeah.
I got spanked because I told my brother I hate him. I was like, I hate you. And my mom, she doesn't fuck with that, dude. She was like, hate is too strong of a word. She was like, you never say that to a family member.
Oh wow.
And
your mom likes that quote from that German politician.
Dude, what are you about to say right now?
Hate is more lasting than dislike.
Is that Hitler said that?
I mean, I didn't say that.
Before or after he hated Jews?
I don't know. It was in this real cool book I read. Catholic school was a whirlwind.
It was a trip, dude. No, but I don't remember this story, but my mom told me that after I got spanked, I was like in the bathroom talking to my brother, like brushing our teeth. And I was like, dude, I'm so glad mom spanked me because it doesn't hurt when she does it. and she like was standing behind me when I said that, and like
Oh,
yeah,
no.
like, threatened to get my dad. I don't even remember my dad spanking me, but I just remember my mom. It didn't hurt.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to hurt me. She's
I
too nice.
never got spanked or hit by my parents, but I did watch my dad break a toy shotgun over my brother's head.
Yeah.
So
Yo, that's an actual crime, dude. What the fuck was he doing? Your brother, what did he do to
just
deserve
not
it?
being
shit.
annoying.
Yeah.
Really. Even at the time, I was like, "This motherfucker's being it." We're trying to watch Hellboy 2 on the TV right now.
How hard do you
You're
have to
gonna
swing
swing through it?
You're like, thank God, all I got was the paddle.
How hard do you have to swing a toy shotgun to break it over the head of your own child?
To be fair, I don't like giving my dad much credit, but to be fair, it was like a Dollar Tree toy shotgun. So it wasn't like Hardy, but I mean, I probably could have broken over my knee pretty easy. But he
You're
did
like-
smash that motherfucker. over
Like,
his
yeah,
head.
I don't know how hard you got to swing it. All I know is that pussy can only bench 145 in the gym.
Oh yeah.
Let's leave the guys that can only bench 145 alone. Those guys are
Yeah, stop picking on me, Max. That's what I'm trying
yeah,
to
dude,
say.
we're
dude.
cool, bro.
I mean, you guys could, if you get a Snap Fitness membership, I could train you and tell you what kind of pussies you guys are in real
Max,
time.
before he got into comedy, was super into, and for the first 6 months of comedy, he was super into lifting.
He's back on it, dude. We were just talking about it. Go bananas. He was saying,
I'm back on it, dude. I'm 3 weeks in, dude. Don't
When
make
you,
me.
When you want to talk about being back into it, 1 weekend doesn't count.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3
okay.
weeks. I just hit 3 weeks. I got to do legs tomorrow, which is going to start week number 4.
and you didn't even bring it up. Josh Malone asked you if he lifted today.
I was
and
just
then he
I
like,
was
yeah.
wearing my Wendy's shirt, and he could tell that beef was fresh and never frozen. Okay.
You need to stop
People
wearing
hate that.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, yeah.
People hate
Yeah, but you keep saying it.
Yeah, you could see
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
We
your
talked- we talked about it
spicy
in-
nuggets you got there, dude. He was looking at.
The spicy
We
nugs.
need this 2-piece.
Max and I were talking about one of his jokes in the car coming back from the spot. He's like, sometimes it works. It's like 50-50. And he goes, well, it's more like 75-25. They hate it and dislike it. And I'm like, he's like, well, it's more like 90-10. And I'm like, hey, Max, it sounds like you need to drop this joke.
No.
And
What
he's like,
happened is Steven tells me, he goes, you had a great set. I mean, you made me uncomfortable. And I grabbed him by the shirt and I went, what did I do that made you uncomfortable? And I should have known, because from the antithesis of this joke, Steven has been like, I hate this.
oh, it's because you gotta
But
know.
it truly is a 50-50. But I came to this. I went 50-50. 50% of the time it does really well. 50% of the time it absolutely falls flat.
60% of the time, it works every time.
And let me tell you something. If it's 50-50, that means it's a bad joke.
That means it's an F on your report card. That's what that means.
I came to that realization of, like, if it's not hitting every time, maybe it's not where it's at.
Or if it's hitting 10% of the time.
It's hitting more than 10% of the time, Steven.
Okay. I mean, your words that it was
You
hitting
don't see
10%
me
of the-
everywhere.
Okay.
It crushed at Commonwealth the other day. It did really
Which
well.
one was it?
I read this quote the other day.
I love he talks like that on all these. I work at the bank.
I
I read this quote. I read this quote.
We will
You
have
ever
to
seen him
bleep
get on
this.
his toes? You ever seen him go, I said the other day?
I told him I was like, I could do a full Max Jensen set without knowing any of the jokes, just copying his mannerisms for sure.
I told Steven this, and we're going to have to bleep it, is that when I'm on stage, I act like I'm but I also treat the audience like they're
like walking them through every joke. I mean, it's hilarious. It works. It's just funny.
Yeah, thank you.
You
I
haven't-
want to have the fattest ass.
I want to have the
Everything's
fast
perpetually a question. It's more of a question. It's less about what I'm saying, and it's more of a question on whether or not you like me.
Did Justin ask you how you would describe your comedy?
Yeah. We tried to do this on the
Because
last.
I was like genuinely stumped on
I
what I
don't
would
know what
say.
to say either. So I tried to get them to write it with me,
Well,
and
hang on.
they also said I was.
Hang on, but But
I was thinking something similar when I did it.
I described your comedy. How about you describe mine now? If he had asked me, how do I describe my comedy? How would you describe
Steven's
my
a
comedy?
laid-back, good-time comic. He loves drinking beer with the boys and talking about his family.
Yeah, you're a very like traditional, like just man comic.
Doug
Like you joke
Stanhope.
about sports, cheating on your girlfriend. You joke
well,
about,
one of those things isn't a joke.
Yeah, I hate the Bengals.
I'll tell you after who I was talking to, but they were disrespecting the fuck out of that joke, and I was like,
What
"What's
joke?
the Martin Luther King one?" They were like, I had said your name, and they like kind of giving me a look.
You know what that already tells me is that they're not worth my time.
Well, I
yeah,
know,
that they're
but-
jealous.
and they
because
were
that's
like-
the best thing you've ever
they were
written.
like,
and I'll tell you that till the day you die.
they were like, it's
until you
kinda-
write something better.
It's kind of disrespectful to his girlfriend, and I was like, "Yeah, it's a joke, though." I was like,
a
"It's not
fucking joke.
true." I was like, "He's just fucking kidding." Like,
I one drop this motherfucker, whoever it is.
I'll tell you later. So I opened with my Ouija joke, which is literally my best joke. It's the one that does well every time.
Not
Like,
Luigi
funny.
Mangione.
Blake told me it was. He was like. He was like, "That's your one great joke." He's like the
It's
one
good.
that, and I was like, "All right, fuck yeah." And
So then keep going with that. It's clever.
I had done a new bit
inventive.
about
Yeah.
Hinge, which has done well enough that I'm gonna add it. But I was like, I got to open with something that I know works, so I opened with that one because it's about being single. I was like, great transition to Hinge, and fuck,
That's all right, we can bleep it all.
bleep the name. Came up to me and was like, she was like, she's like, you got to stop opening this with this joke. I've seen you do it every time. And I was like, really? Because I was like, the last like 3 weeks I was here, I
You know
never.
what's funny? She's only out like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
out of
I know. And I
it.
was like, I haven't done
Also,
it.
Will is downplaying it, painting her in a better light than what it
Well,
happened.
this is the
because
first
she
week.
came over hella aggressive.
This is the first week. This was the week before where she said that, and I was like, I don't even know if I would say I was
Also,
defensive.
aren't you? You know what's crazy? Is like you're supposed to do your best stuff at comedy clubs.
Yeah, like at least open, or not even open.
You're supposed
but like,
to. I mean,
do a
show
joke
them,
that works.
Show them that you're writing and that you're doing. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have once every 2 months a new joke that you're doing at a comedy club in those sets, that's perfectly fine.
Right.
And I hate even. We should probably get off the subject of Insider,
No.
Cincinnati, and stuff. Just every once in a while, but or like here in a couple minutes. But it's like. Dude, you're doing completely fine. Don't. It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
joke.
no, I
you
didn't
know
take
that
it-
It's so you know that it's a joke, and also you know that what you're doing is completely fine.
yeah, and it's also like
Don't listen to people
I can't
like
think
that.
of.
That's
I can
crazy.
think of like jokes for pretty much every comic in the scene. I can think of one of their jokes that I really like. Can't think of one of hers, bro. Can't think of one.
Now tell me something. If she got up there and she opened with this, right?
Don't fucking do it again, dude. If she hit a fucking, dude, she'd be.
I'd go nuts.
That'd be my favorite comic of all time. Dude, but so anyway, all right, I'll get through the story really fast. Then. But she was like, "You do it too often," and I was like, "One, you haven't been here in like 3 weeks, like you haven't even seen it." And then she was like, "She's like, I know, but when I see it, or when I see you do it," and I was like, "All right, next time I see you on the list, I was like, I'll make sure to edit my set for you." And then
She's like, "Well, I don't want
yeah,
that."
yeah. And then she was like, "I'm just trying to be nice." She's like, "You're a new comic, like." She's like, "You need to take advice, like try other stuff." And I was like, "I do though." I was like, "That other joke was brand new." And then anyway, so it was just really awkward. It comes back a week later. That's when Max was there. She came up and she was like, "I hope you don't do that joke again." I also told her that it wasn't real because the whole premise of the joke is about a dead girlfriend. My girlfriend never died.
Right.
So like but it's just funny. And so then she was like, "Stop doing it." Well, she didn't necessarily say stop, but stop when I'm here. And then she was like, dead ass, she said, "How many people have you seen die in front of you?" And I was like, "None, like 0." And then she's like, "Then maybe you shouldn't be making like death jokes like that." And I was like, "It's comedy." I was like, "You don't have. It doesn't have to be a lived experience."
What do I gotta strangle a homeless guy
Yeah,
to tell
dude.
this joke?
and then it went into. She was like, "How many dead babies have you held?" And I was like, "What the fuck are we
What
talking
the
about right now?"
Fuck are we doing?
And then
So what you want me to do is do comedy for you.
Yeah,
essentially.
and
that's what I said. I started
Keep
getting a
your
little-
feelings intact. Here's just. I've had people die in front of me. It's fucking. It's one shaped how I am as a comic. Just like. I think it's so stupid to say this, but like the more fucked up you are, the funnier. In theory, there's something to that. There's a correlation there.
Yeah,
I believe it.
If
Sure.
If you've gone through shit, that's why like when I see people that, and this has happened where they're like, "Oh, I'm middle class," or like, "Hey, I've been through shit." You grew up a fucking easy lifestyle, right, brother? I went through it. It could have been way worse, is what I'll say. But I mean, like, there's no reason I shouldn't be somewhere else than doing comedy and like being funny. And I love this. This is legitimately saved me. At first, I was just getting hammered.
I had a great childhood, folks.
Yeah, you did.
Everything was
Yeah.
everything was a-okay
Mom
for me.
and dad are
Sounds like-
still together.
I'm just telling you right now, if I called my dad Suge, beating of the century.
Oh, yeah.
I would have gotten.
No,
Oh my god!
dad's a goat. But
You're
I also
saying I gave
call
people
him
AIDS? Get over here.
Dad. I call him
Oh,
dad.
Suge Knight.
but-
I was about to say, was that a Suge Knight
Yeah,
reference?
my bad.
Sorry, I
I've
didn't
been
even
trying
keep
to
that
make
part.
one.
I was looking for an angle, but I don't know enough about Suge Knight to do that.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to cut you off. I just think that's funny because all the time comics like talk about like having to have a tragic backstory all the time to get into comedy, and I was like, man, like
Mine ain't tragic. I just
my
worked
life
my way
was
out of it.
great. Like comparatively
You're
to
just
other
more tragic
comics,
than
it was
others.
like I got very lucky, which I'm aware of, but I do feel bad.
Yeah, my dad.
Your
is
dad? He's dead.
What
Yeah.
long gone.
What
Yeah.
was
That guy?
Dust in the wind. If you
Stephen
will.
Nichols Stewart.
What was
the
his
second.
name?
He's dead.
Huh?
what was his name?
Stephen Nichols Stewart. the
Stephen
second.
Nichols Stewart Jr. Yeah.
When did he
This is
die?
the third.
Huh?
When did he die?
He died when I was 19. So,
Oh damn! But so like
26 now?
25 years ago, something like that.
no, I'm
Yeah,
26 years old.
Oh,
so he died
okay.
when I was.
It was a good guess, though. I see
19.
his skin,
Sorry,
too.
yeah. I'm just goofing. Just goofing. No, I only say that because he makes fun of me for looking like a kid all the time, which I do.
You do.
Yeah, but I always say like because
It might be the glasses. Take the glasses off. Let's see.
It's gonna look worse, bro.
No,
Is
don't
it?
make him take things off.
Oh yeah, it is worse.
Yeah, dude. I just look like a child, but that's like half my
It's
act.
okay though. That's
like
good.
half my act. It's like about looking young, so
Really?
I'm not like too mad.
I remember I was going up the other day and I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna play the hits" because it was for John's last set, and Will was like, "Oh, the like DoorDash and sex ed class." I'm like, "No, that's the stuff I'm working on. You haven't heard the hits?" And he was like, "No, I haven't."
I hadn't because I only
Yeah.
ever see you at mics, where it's like most
At
people.
Mike's, I don't do stuff that's already polished.
No,
I
like,
also
you're not
forget
supposed
that Charlie and Will are both newer than us, and they haven't seen the absolute atrocities I used to say.
I've heard about it.
Brother, we've
You've told me about it. I've heard that you were at one point
We've
you were a
laid-
terrorist in the scene, dude.
We-
You're-
To some level, yeah.
We've laid waste
Yeah.
to every stage. In the
We've done
city.
some stuff that people don't want to look you in the eyes after.
Yeah, dude.
There's one time I didn't want to look in the mirror.
I did pull the Norm McDonald at Bananas once, though. I bombed so hard on
You told me
stage
this, yeah.
that I went and stood by the front door and thanked every single person for coming. And I kept being like, check out my Instagram.
Was it a pro-am? Was that what
It
it
was
was?
a pro-am.
Okay, I gotcha.
I needed to put myself through that humiliation ritual to
Humiliation was one thing I needed to. That's hard to learn. Do you remember the first time you've learned humiliation? Because it wasn't in stand up.
I
There's no way.
took my hoodie off in 4th grade, and I accidentally took off my shirt, and everyone laughed at me in gym class. Yeah. That was the first time. That's when I was like, I'm gonna do stand up.
Do you guys want a deep cut, a deep Max Jensen cut?
Yeah, dude. That's what I live for.
This is a real
Max
deep
Jensen
Max
lore.
Jensen cut. So Charlie was out with friends from my old life, right? Last night is
What do
Yeah.
you mean old life?
meaning like now that I do comedy, I don't hang out with the people that I knew in high school so
Oh,
much, in
I
like
know
middle
what you
school,
mean.
like
Gotcha,
my
yeah,
older
yeah.
life. And in 7th grade, I was definitely part of like the weird kids. I was in with like the weird group
I could've
because I
called
love
that.
being weird. I
Could've
was
called
a,
it.
I was a weird kid. I'm still a
Dude,
weird
you're
guy.
talking to. You're not looking at
We
like
were-
the picture of normality between
We're
us
weird
right
in
now.
different ways.
Yeah, but anyway, there was an inside joke in my weird friend group. I forget how it started, but the whole inside joke was that I was Princess Magenta, and I decided to tell the entire school. I made it my will of 7th grade to make everybody call me Princess Magenta.
What does that even mean?
I don't. It was an inside joke. You know when you're making it with milk, and then sometimes you got to slop the hogs. You know, you just come up with these inside jokes and you say things. And then
Why
when
would you want everyone to call you that?
Because at the time it was so funny to me and my group of friends. It was so funny to have random people from school to come up and be like, "Oh, that's Princess Magenta." It was like the funniest thing, and I would like make castle doctrines and ban people from school.
You were running an actual monarchy back then.
And then it got to my science teacher, who I admired a lot because I was big into science, and I said, "Call me Princess Magenta," and he went, "Okay, all right." And then he didn't call on me for the rest of the year, and I was like, that was my first humiliation ritual, where I went, "Oh, this doesn't feel good."
Dude, I've had a lot. Every time someone asks me like, wow, like it takes balls like to get up there on stage for stand up, and I was like, I always say like I've been embarrassing myself my whole life. Like I was always pretty good at it. It's okay to.
I go the opposite end. This is what I tell people is life is a performance. Life is a performance.
You get philosophical on them.
You go to work every day and you perform as that employee.
What?
You perform as a different person than who you are in your real life, right?
Oh no, I'm exactly how I am at work.
Yeah, well, not all of us work the people of color job. Well, okay, wait a minute. That's not what I meant.
Oh,
I meant to say color of collar jobs.
Okay, there you
Whatever
go. That's
I
a little
said
better.
earlier.
People of color jobs. Dude, what are you,
In case you
TSA
forgot,
agent?
you said people of color jobs.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
People of color. Are you TSA agent, dude?
No, I'm a
You a line cook?
I'm a blue collar worker. But
That's
here's
what
the
I
thing:
meant, is blue collar. That's what I meant. That's not what I said.
by the way, we're keeping it in.
Yeah, absolutely. Cannot get rid of that part. Cannot take that one out.
He did. You guys know that that's a joke. But not a joke. He didn't mean it. He
But
just
most
misspoke.
people, like Will, I'm sure. Did you ever serve, or did you ever?
Yeah, I was a waiter for a little while.
That's a performance. That's
Yeah.
100%
That
a
is.
performance. You're not who you are. You're acting like this person in order to do your job. And even in school, you met those kids that wanted to be perceived as cool, so they'd wear leather jackets and slick their hair back. I went to school in the 20s.
There we go.
They slick their hair back and smoke a cigarette. And, and people would be like, they're so cool, but that's just a performance. That's not who they are. When you get down to the end of the day. And even we've met entrepreneurs that go, I love doing this job. I love doing this and that. And I love making money. And it's like, that's a performance. Because if money didn't exist, fuck both you guys. If money didn't exist, you wouldn't do that, is my main point.
Sure,
is we all put on this performance throughout our entire lives in order to be perceived a certain way instead of just being who we are.
Okay.
But in comedy, it's a different thing. I mean, on stage, we're all different, but when we get off stage, we just be ourselves.
What was
Well, I think I don't know. Because I'm pretty much. I come across the same way every time. I'm genuinely happy to see every person that I see until they go, ugh. Then I'm like, oh, okay, so this is...
You're
I know that,
genuinely
like,
happy to see that person to their face, and then you sit in a corner with me
Until
and you
they
go,
say
fuck
something.
this person.
yeah.
It's a perform. You can't tell me
Sure.
you're not performing.
Okay, but here's the thing: is something I've noticed in my jobs when I try and put on that performance. Like my real personality will slip out too often.
Yeah.
It'd be like in school when I would like try and be quiet in class, and I just can't help it. And I would just start talking. Like I've had jobs where like I would get told to like stop fucking around with my friends because I would do that too much, and I would literally go in trying my absolute best to be regular. And then just my regular personality would come out, and I would just be a dumb. Maybe not as much now because I need this job. I need it to work.
Right.
So it's
That's how I feel about my job, but the only way to keep it is for me calling literally my coworkers. That's how I keep my job.
Dude, hell yeah,
And
dude.
publicly, that is not who Steven Stewart is.
It's not.
No, dude, that's the furthest from Steven
not.
Stewart I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah,
this
maybe
guy.
Steven's not performing every day like I
Yeah.
thought.
I'm just trying to keep my job. So
What were
Out
your
of these
guys?
open mic.
What were your guys' first bombs? Do you remember those like specifically?
The first one?
Like the one that you like? Yeah, I would say like when you first started doing comedy, the one that like
I mean,
your first time actually sucking on stage.
I mean, I suck from the start.
Well, yeah, everybody did,
I did.
but I mean, like when, like you, well, okay,
You're
So
talking
let's
about
put
like
it-
when you got to a point where you're like, oh, I'm getting some motion,
Okay,
and then
so
you do a show
my-
and you're like, I have no
my
motion.
first two open mics went, I would say, like kind of well. at least for me at the time, with like how bad my jokes were. Like I got laughs, and then I remember the first time that I bombed was at Chameleon, and it was genuine. Like every single punchline was just silence.
Yeah,
and I remember that feeling was like, oh, okay. So I was like, this is comedy. I was because a lot of people will tell you like, yeah, it just happens. Like sometimes it's just
then
the audience.
You feel it from the head all the way down to your legs, and then your legs start shaking. Leg shaking was like my big tell when I was up on stage nervous. But like now when I go up, like I'll even get nervous if I have big crowds. It doesn't happen at Bananas for some reason, but when I do,
you don't get nervous. It doesn't even matter.
Not at Bananas, not anymore. Because I know like they're a crowd there to watch comedy. If you seriously just stick to your act and be who you are, Will, which we know you're a really good stand-up guy.
I'm a good stand-up, or I'm a stand-up guy.
No, you're a good stand-up guy.
I think good stand-up guy covers all three of those.
Yeah, he's performing right now. Don't worry.
You're gonna be fine.
I gotta pretend I like you guys. It's fucking tough.
I mean, it's been going on for too long. Hour 14 minutes.
Yeah,
is that too long?
It's fine because we do need to cut. There's. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Dude, fucking do 2.5 hours.
Here's one thing I want to say is. Thank you for having Charlie and I on LVAC.
That was fun.
So that's like what on Bearcast Media?
Yeah.
So now so explain to us like our comedy is going to be at commercial breaks is what I heard.
We didn't answer his question.
What's his question?
When's the first time you bombed?
Oh, I accident.
All right. Well, okay. Do the quick bomb story, and then we'll double back to LVAC because I'll explain how.
I can't. I don't want to save. I'm going to save it for the Patreon because it's a good story.
You guys have a Patreon?
No.
It's a good bomb story. Max was there. I had my head down the whole time. I accidentally, just.
All right, fine.
Steven's
MJ.
first bomb was last week on Wednesday when he got to host the Pro-Am.
I didn't host the Pro-Am that day.
No, I know.
I've also never bombed
AJ
when I've
York.
hosted there.
I know. I think my first bomb, I'm trying to think, it was on a show.
It was I bombed for a long time.
Yeah.
Until I finally got some. The Hub was a pretty bad one. The first time I went to the Hub.
The Hub was not a place you went to do well, though.
I
know.
The
Hub was very much a Monday night mic where you went to just say some shit into a microphone. It's like how, no matter how bad Millions got, you can't technically bomb there because there's nobody to bomb for.
Yeah.
You know? All right,
I get
LVAC.
LVAC. Hey, Charlie, can I get another beer, please?
Yes, fucking
Thank
guy.
you, sir.
No, guys, don't cut the podcast. I'm having too much fun right now.
Dude, well, we are too. Well, it just means that you'll be back, is all.
That's fine. It's okay.
But LVAC, so explain.
Could
so
die, though.
we did comedy.
I hope so.
A bunch of people did.
Sorry.
A bunch of people did comedy, and it was for Bearcast Media was holding this at a Mexican restaurant, which we were called El Vaquero, LVAC for short. But we did it there, and so now our sets are going to be in the ears of different students at University of Cincinnati.
The way they did it was strange. So, like, Bearcast is, like, basically the media production majors. That's, like, UC's media company, and they put on, like, a bunch of different shows. Like, they have a couple podcasts that they do. Mm-hmm. They have music shows at El Vaquero. But, so El Vaquero is partnered with Bearcast to where they put on shows, and they wanted to do a comedy show for the first time. Mm-hmm. And they asked Aiden, who's in media production, that's his major.
Okay. And so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so they asked Aiden and me because they know we do comedy, if we could do a comedy night. Bearcast wanted to record it just like for their own portfolio, but El Vaquero said that one thing they could use it for was in between games. They could play the audio and maybe the video of the sets, like in between, for people when they're there to like listen to.
That's rad.
I don't know if they've done that, but that's what they said that they were going to use it for.
That's rad.
Interesting.
You get to really excite 7 incels at UC.
No, but it was like, a good night. Like it started off a little slow, but like you guys had great sets, and like it started to pick up for sure, and it was a lot of fun. Also,
I had a blast.
I heard it was a great show.
They had.
I was nervous, but then.
Oh yeah, dude! I was terrified.
Because
it was my first time ever hosting a show.
Chris Tiller went up before me, and he drops the word.
That was the one rule, by the way, is not to say slurs. And Chris goes up there, he goes, "Did you just call me?" I was
Yeah,
like, oh
and
my
then
God.
you know what's funny is I talked to him. I talked to him afterwards.
Here.
No, but I talked to him afterwards. I'm like, yeah, dude, you put me in a bad position. He's like, what the fuck did I do? I said, dude, you said before you went up. And he goes, no, I didn't. I said, dude, you literally said, what did you call me?
Like an audience member.
And
all like
he
college
goes,
kids,
he
by
goes,
the way. Like,
you know what he told me? He goes, oh, well, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
I said, you said it into a microphone, man. It's
absolutely counts. It's being recorded, and like
you
if
know
you
what I
saw my
wanted to
face, I was
say?
just like,
You know what I wanted to tell him? I said, well, you know what I wanted to do was go up
Hey.
after him and say, hey, guys, it's okay. He's allowed to say it because he's autistic.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
And I just think.
well, okay, that was our
whatever.
one rule, was because I wanted everyone to do their regular sets, but I was just like, no slurs, which is also pretty much the rule at every open mic,
It's
by the
pretty
way.
easy to do.
And
it's pretty easy to not
I was
say
like,
a
Josh.
slur.
I was like, Josh can say the N word. I was like, that's the one. I was like, you know, do your thing. I was like, obviously I can't do. I'm just kidding.
Also-
but no. And then, so I love Mike Frank, but I can only picture this was like an act of defiance. Is he went up there and did 2 minutes on this bit where he said the word retardant.
Yeah.
He said it over and over again, and every time I was just like, oh, I was like, this has to be like a
Very
fuck
funny
you to
bit.
us.
Very funny bit, though.
Yeah.
But not to that audience. They were not fucking with it. And then also there was a fucking special
loved
needs.
it.
There was a special needs kid that was sitting like at the table I was at. In
Oh,
part
they
of
must have been
Bearcast.
undercover.
Yeah.
Dude, I was just like, oh no. And then Mike afterwards
bad.
to me was like, I don't think enough people know what that word means. I was like, yeah. Well, I was like, well, the joke is you're just saying. It's like that's the bit. I was like, it's not like this is some like highbrow comedy like you know they need to know the definition of the word.
Very
I was like,
funny.
the entire bit is that you're just saying. But Mike Frank is really funny, and
He's hilarious.
and he let me on at 20s like a month before, so I was like, we gotta have him at the show.
Right.
Absolutely. It's good stuff. Well, we've pretty much wrapped it up. I love this. I love where we're at.
Yeah, this was fun. This was a
yeah,
good time.
man.
Hey, Will, do you got anything going on?
Yeah, any
Anything you wanna
dates coming up?
preach?
This Wednesday we got me and Max got our show coming up.
This will actually come out not this upcoming week, but the week after.
This
So
is coming
that
out-
show happened last Wednesday, and it was you crushed, dude.
Yeah, dude, you were
went not-
insane, dude.
I went insane. It
Yeah,
definitely
bro.
wasn't too much comedy.
When they asked you to do 45 minutes, it was insane.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe that you monkey brained us.
Yeah, and then I guess the only other one is you guys.
7th. It's the 7th of May. It's when this is coming.
Okay, you guys probably might also be on, but May 12th is the Funniest Person show.
Oh, are
Yeah.
you on the
Yeah.
first round?
Yeah, the
Okay,
amateur
nice.
bracket. So
Nice.
come out to that, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Show our boy Will Watson some love.
We got
dude.
a lot
Come
of
out
funny
to
comics
bananas.
that are gonna be there. I don't know who else is on the lineup, but it's gonna be a good time.
Awesome. For me, I've got it looks like May 1st, I'm on Blake Hammond.
Hey,
and
that's an El
Friends.
Vaquero picture,
It's
dude.
no longer.
It's not. It's actually Carl Spaeth in Friends.
Hilarious guy.
In
Love Carl.
Madison, Indiana. That's going to be very good. I love Carl. I've grown so much towards him. He's actually so funny.
Yeah, Carl
He's
rules,
hilarious,
dude.
so
dude.
funny.
I love Carl.
And then it looks like May 5th, I'm on the Funniest Person in Cincinnati competition. I'm one of the first rounds. I'm one of the early rounds.
Oh, maybe I'm not the. Maybe that's
First.
not the first
I
thing
think
for me because I'm on the
Steven's first,
12th.
isn't it?
I don't know. I just know it's on May 5th.
I think
and
the
I'm gonna
5th
be
is
there.
the first one.
Okay.
And then May 8th, I'm at Hashtag Comedy Club up in Columbus, Ohio.
Hashtag. That's the name.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, Will, you got to hit up
It's a
there.
cool room.
It's a
Very
good
cool room. Very intimate.
And then it looks like that on June 5th, I'm going to be on the Broad Comedy Showcase at Hoffner Pub, I believe is where that's at. And then the last date that I have is all the way out in July, but tickets are probably going to come out here soon. And they fill out quick and sell out quick. It's going to be July 11th. I'm on the Laugh Riot Comedy and Music Festival.
Hell
And,
yeah, dude.
It's very cool.
I will say that reminds me. I didn't think about saying this, but August 6th at Commonwealth, me and Aiden are doing our first show. We're doing we don't have a name for it yet, but we're doing a D&D show.
Oh, that'll be rad.
with comedians.
That'll be so fun.
I played so much D&D.
I'd
You
love
have
to play
okay because we
D&D.
got to find. So originally the comics we had lined up, they're all hilarious, but Sean Braley did some like research with nerds, and they want comics that have played before. So one is Phil Pointer. He's played before. He said his wife's really into it.
Okay.
The second comic, I haven't asked him yet, but I want it to be Ran. But he'll be like the kind of the wild card character, the one that hasn't done it before. And then the third comic, all of our ideas, they have not played D&D. So
Interesting.
you might be...
No, that sounds rad. I love watching. I watch a couple. Like I watched Dimension 20.
Yeah.
Like I love watching people play D&D.
Yeah,
That should
so
be
if
fun.
super
if
into,
the- if
like
the-
I can show you after this.
Steven does have
D&D.
fun.
I played for a
It's
long time.
awesome.
Here's the other thing though, is like I'm a Magic nerd. I played Magic like fucking
Dude,
crazy.
I love Magic.
You
so
play
much.
Magic?
Yes,
See,
dude,
this
I
is
got,
why
like,
we're
4
the
decks.
same. I have like 10, but it's
I
fine.
love Magic.
Yeah.
I have like 4 decks, dude. I fucking love Magic.
Yeah, we should get through Max's dates and then we can talk
Sorry,
about
This
it.
comes out. This comes out May 7th.
7th. Yeah.
All right, so May 8th, headlining Comedy Center, Cellar in New York. May 9th, headlining Comedy Store in LA. May 10th.
Netflix is a joke. He's
Check
got-
out my fucking Instagram,
Charlie,
Chill Sando.
check him out at the Riyadh Comedy Festival next year.
Yeah, I'm actually headlining every show. If you've been to Skankfest, I'm headlining all those shows. And even those shows that are just women, I'm headlining. But I'm going to wear a Will Watson wig.
Gotcha.
Fuck.
Hey, Charlie's gonna tell us dates.
Okay.
Hell yeah, Charlie. Get him.
All right, that's
All
the whole
right.
show, everybody.
I don't know when this is coming out, but yeah, May 8th, I'm at Comedy Co. with Steven. The last weekend in May 29th through the 31st, I'm at Cassopolis Comedy Festival in Cassopolis, Michigan. So if you're out there, pull up for that.
hell
June
yeah.
12th, I'm doing Clean Up Your Act for Josh Osani at Comedy Club. June 30th, I'm
Hey,
doing
dude.
the
Why are you
first
laughing?
round of Go Bananas.
My shirt came up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dude.
We're clipping that.
What day did you say?
June 30th. And then July 10th, I'm doing the Derby City Comedy Festival in Louisville.
Hell yeah,
So, yeah.
dude.
Hell yeah.
Got some big dates coming up, boys.
All right.
And Charlie gets to do a guest spot tonight at Bananas.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, man. Who are you doing it for?
Tom Takar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just saw their like promo, dude. That's
Tom
sick.
Takar, very funny. I saw him on Thursday. He rips, dude.
That's
Very
awesome,
funny.
dude. If I didn't have plans tonight, I would totally come.
Yeah, dude, I'm very excited.
That's
All
gonna
right.
be awesome.
We're out of here.
All right.
All right.
Thank you,
See you,
folks.
Drunk Buds
Thank you for
Pod.
watching.
Thanks for watching. Thanks, Will Watson,
Thanks for having
being
me,
here.
guys.
Yeah,
This was a lot of
this was,
fun.
dude.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
For sure,
We're gonna have you back.
dude.
For
Hell
sure.
yeah, dude.
All right.
Oh, I'm off camera.
Love you, everybody.
Bye.